Hi everyone, Mr. Cutter back again with the next part of my live dev interview with Max from Manaspark Studio. In this video we're checking out his augmented and mixed reality demos that he's made using his One Logic Statemachine for Unity, which you can get on the Unity Asset Store. This was a live dev interview from my Twitch stream or the w.twitch.tv/themessycoder, where you can catch me every Saturdays interviewing live game devs and asset devs so you too can make your own fantastic games from the comfort of your own bedroom. Sit back, enjoy, and I'll see you all in a second. Let me try to find the little thing that you sent me. Before I do that, I'm going to play a video of Hololens Qualitätswagen in... Hang on.
There's in English. Yeah.
Why is it now saying in English? I was reading it in German.
I don't know. Maybe I've missed
Hololens. Hang on. Qualitätssicherung in der Mixed Reality.
Ja, Qualitätssicherung.
This is why I stopped my German lessons. What does that mean? Quality assurance in mixed reality, I'm guessing?
It's a research project where you can, for example, if you have produced something like a rim or a big turbine, you always have to check measurements, etc. And this kind of work is quite boring, and it takes a lot of time because the one who has to do it has a list of all the measurements, and he has to read a drawing and go to the correct place and measure everything. And at my facility at the university, we are researching mixed reality and in engineering, and we are also working with the Hololens. And we thought about, hey, let's just visualize which measurements the quality assurance guy has to measure. So we are beaming the measurement, it's called a PMI, in the view of the quality assurance guy. So he just has to go there, do his measurements, and then he can air tap on the measurement and say, okay, the measurement is correct or not correct. And if it's not correct, you can type in other numbers like plus 0.01 or I think it's called deviations. What you're seeing there is the main menu. You have to play at the beginning. In the middle it says quality assurance. Right is assembly. On the left is production. And in assembly, then you have to choose a part. You go to it, and with the Vuforia PTC technology, it recognizes the image and places the measurement objects over it. So I've measured the 480, and the 480 were correct. So I'm clicking, okay, they weren't correct. There was the deviation. But this is how it looks if you have the HoloLens on your head. Your hands are free. You're looking around, and then you can actually do your work with it. And yeah, that's it.
Wow.
The quality is it's not so good on the HoloLens. I think the first model came out in 2016, but this year they have released the new version. We are so excited to work with it, with more than double of the field of view. What you're seeing there is if you have a damage mark or something like this, you can pick this marker, place it on the surface, click on it again, and then you can leave an audio comment, type something in. But it's a pain in the buttocks because it's like chatting with your PlayStation controller. It's even worse. But what you can also do is just leave an audio commentary or even take a picture. Well, taking a picture does not quite work at the moment, but it should work. On the laptop it works with the camera.
That's
the
pretty
HoloLens
impressive, like how fast you're typing. That was impressive.
It's sped up.
So could you could you don't have to use these with a lens though, could you? You could pick up the camera of your phone and do like that.
Yeah, with newer phones with stereo cameras, it was possible too. I think the Hololens has some more sensors like infrared and some more gyro sensors, and the Hololens is better at catching the whole room, so it always knows where it actually is, and you can do it hands-free. So this is maybe more attractive for industry solutions, but actually with today's AR technology, I think it's possible too. And no, don't do this one.
No, don't do this one?
No,
What's
play
wrong with
the
that
demo.
one?
Yeah, you have to play the demo.
Oh, okay. So can I do this one?
Yeah, that's
Right.
fine. But you can skip the boring PowerPoint part. That's an RC car we have there. It was scanned with Vuforia. I think it was an Android app. I was going around it, and it takes a lot of pictures, and then you have a dome over it with some ACES, I think it's called. And then there's a process called object recognition. And I've made a Unity model with box colliders. And so you can click on it and it shows some details of the different parts. And if you have some server connections or live parametrics, you could actually present with how much rounds per minute the motor is turning, or what voltage you have on your battery, or something like this. And this is actually a real object standing on the table. And you can also lay over the car, hood, carrosserie, I don't know the word yet.
The body?
Yeah, the body. You can it's lays over the body of it. The perspective in the video is not so good, but if you are looking through the HoloLens in the real world, it looks better. Yeah, and that's just a fun application where you put the body of it, change the cars, and create your own race car. I've done this with David. It was a night project. The next day we had an exhibition in another university. We were sitting there, and I was programming, and he was in Substance Painter, painting all these cars and doing these little spheres there with the logos. And I think we had no sleep this night. Yeah, and at the end we were able to play a little race game on the HoloLens with an Xbox controller. So the Xbox controller is connected via Bluetooth, and you place a racetrack. That's actually a racetrack from Cinti.
Really?
Yeah, it's a Cinti race. I don't know how it's called, but these are Cinti parts, and you can drive around. And I think in the latest update there are also gates, checkpoints you have to go through, and in the end you have a time. And that's just me walking around in my university, and you just look like a complete moron on your head, and you're the only one who's seeing that, and everyone's walking around and saying, "Okay, I just go my way."
You say to him, "Please stop treading on my car."
Get
out of the way! I'm trying to drive.
What are you doing? Oh, don't slip.
So Sanyo's been playing about this as well. My Volfora app used only mobile devices, but for GPS AR point of interest, you need to have at least, is that what POI? You need to have at least an Android 7 Nougat. I don't even know what versions of Android we're up to now. When did we stop using ice cream, whatever it was called? Is that a while ago now? Like, don't even. Why is it always named after sweets? It makes me hungry. Manaspark, did you use Mapbox for ER GPS Rico?
Sorry, Sonia, I don't even know what it is. What do you mean with GPS Rico?
I'm glad I'm not the only one who's confused, because that just sounded like I was reading German then. Mapbox for AR. I'm going to Google what that is. 'Cause I've got no idea what that is.
Maybe it has something to do with how the cameras see the environment. I don't know. All the apps we are building are relying on the Mixed Reality Toolkit. It's an open source asset on GitHub. I think it's released by Microsoft, and there are a lot of tools and helpers in it. And one of it is the environment stuff and reading the mesh of the environment.
Kind of reminds me, a friend of mine was doing augmented reality stuff about 20 years ago. And was telling me, augmented reality is going to be the future, man. It's going to be the future. Oh, my ears just got blown. Okay. There's no option to... My God, it's loud. I've even taken the headphones off my head, and you can't... I've turned the desktop audio off, and it's still being played through the microphone. It's so loud. Oh, Fresh Meat says, I love Chinese too. I don't know what's happening. I'm glad you're not the only one who does know what's happening, mate. All I know is that this stuff, it looks pretty damn impressive. Now, I've got a project to load up. I need to use Unity Hub to make sure that I'm loading the right version of Unity. And it is this one.
Maybe you can just Google a thing, so you know what RRX means. It's a train. It was released, I think it was in December last year.
This one?
That's the one. Yeah.
Rhine...
Rhine-Ruhr Express. Rhine, yeah. It's the river going by Cologne. Düsseldorf.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a new train, I think was constructed and delivered by Siemens. I had the CID model in September, and in December it was released. Every time I see this train going on the rails, I'm super excited. And I say, oh, I know this one.
So how much did they cost them for them to make this train?
I don't know.
Because they need to come over and teach the British how to do trains. The last decent train that we had in England was Thomas the Tank Engine. I am in Unity.
Yeah, that's the one.
Alright, so what should I do?
Hit play and let's pray that nothing
Should I go
breaks.
maximize or not?
Yeah, do maximize.
Okay.
God, I hope it works. It works. Shall I translate?
Yeah.
Okay, first project. It says place the tunnel at a wall.
Place the tunnel at a wall.
This is an artificial environment. Usually you are in your office looking at a wall now.
Okay.
And
How do I place it at the wall?
yeah, you have to hold left shift.
Left shift?
Yeah, so you see your left hand is highlighted,
Okay.
and then you do the left click on your mouse. Yeah, look around a bit with right click. So now there's a tunnel. It's about, I think, 4 to 5 meters high in real.
Okay.
And you see you are dragging some ways with you.
Shall I place...
Maybe
Yeah?
maybe disable the environment now, the blue thing. I think it doesn't look good.
Which one's the blue thing?
Just click in the scene view. It's test area. Sorry, I think it must be test area. The whole thing. Yeah. Just disable. Okay, and go on. Yeah. This this Windows 98 effect in the background is it's an occlusion shader, so nothing gets rendered on the Hololens. So otherwise you could see in the tunnel from the side, but that would not be good.
And I've got... What's that noise?
It's inside the project.
Oh, I was going to I've got another window going in the background making it.
It's
is that the noise of people screaming for help? What is that?
It's a noise from a train station and the music from Kerbal Space Program.
Okay.
I like this game. Yeah. So now it says place the trains. Okay. You can fly around like in the editor with WASD and Q and E. Just look around a bit. So actually, at the moment, there's just...
Oh, Jesus!
Yeah.
Right, look, there's a...
This is a terminal where you can control the app from. And anytime you do it, you are really standing there in real time. And yeah, just maybe go a little bit to the right, a little bit up.
It's the sun, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. And yeah, just stay there. And now you look, do the right click, and with the white circle in the middle of your view, do right click, hold it, and now aim with the white circle on the left button of the terminal. Yeah, and now you hold left shift and click. It says caution on entry. And now look in the tunnel. Yeah, just stay there, and this will happen in real. You have the Hololens on your head.
Oh! Trains just come out of a wall.
Yeah.
Der Zug hat angehalten, alles. Okay.
Interesting. Train is stopped. You don't have to move the blue hand. Basically, the white circle is your cursor in real. Now you have to hold left shift. Yeah, you got it. And it was also a project I had to show at an exhibition at another university. The night before, I was going through YouTube, searching videos of people uploading just videos of closing and opening train doors. It was crazy.
I could just climb on top of the train. Okay, I'm safe inside the train now.
Yeah.
There's the toilets.
The only thing that works are the outdoor doors.
I can't go and have a wee or something.
No, you can do anything in there. But you can go out through the door again. This works.
I think I broke the train.
Yeah, I think that's the back of the tunnel with the occlusion shader.
So I would be walking around now in the real world, thinking I'm in a train, and people will be looking at me like I'm mental.
Correct.
This is what they needed to do. We've just made some new trains in the UK, and they had chairs where you could go to the station, sit down in a chair and put a VR headset on so that you think you're in the train. They needed to do this instead.
Yeah.
Because all it was that you sat down, put a headset on, and you watched a video of like walking around the train. It wasn't even that you were walking around it. The problem is in England, if you had this on your head and you're walking around and you bumped into someone, you'd probably get stabbed now. So
Okay.
That's
not desirable.
no. That's not the PR message that they'll be looking for.
No.
This is awesome, dude.
Thank you. I've also used my Statemachine tool in this one.
Did you?
Quite old version. Yeah, it's in quite old version, but I've used it in there.
Can I drive the train?
No, actually not. Maybe in the next.
I can't knock the driver unconscious and store the train and run off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on top of the roof again. Look, I'm flying. Oh no.
Yeah, that's when you are inside the train, the case or hull is disabled, so we can save some performance on it. And the other way around, if you're standing outside, all the seats are disabled.
Ah, nice.
And if you go in, you can see in the in the editor view, you could minimize your window. Then you would see in the scene view that the train actually lowers when you enter. Because in real time, when the train comes out, the rails are on the same level as your feet.
Ah,
And if you go in, you would go with your nose just right over the floor. So we have to lower the train when you're inside the train. you can walk normally through it.
Oh, that's clever. And as I go up the to the top to that stairs, it glows even more.
Yes, I didn't remember that.
That's cool. I just jump through the doors.
Yeah.
Poke through with my Herculean strength. So how long did it take you to make this?
The process of exporting from CID to a polygon model and texturing plus a learning Substance Painter was, I think, 2 weeks. And then the whole app was like 3-4 days.
Wow. That's crazy.
You could show the video, so how it's in real if you like.
Yeah. Now that we've played with it.
Yeah.
Close that. Open back up. Unity Hub. I'm starting to like Unity. I didn't like Unity Hub at the start, but now I'm starting to like it.
It's good for deleting all the versions you have after updating.
That's odd. No, it says the project doesn't exist. No, you've moved it. There's the project. It does exist. There we go. Found it. Let's go into the chat and where did the hang on? It is. Where did the video go? It was. I have to load it back.
Just type in UNY.
UN.
Y. Sorry, I, not Y. I space DUE. Then space VIP. Yeah. Then at the top there's a channel and the other stuff. And that's, yeah, of course, PowerPoint stuff. Blah blah.
Good old PowerPoint. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
This man. Everyone thinks he's crazy because he's trying to poke things that aren't there. Okay, too slow. Clicking these.
Look in the demo. So this is our biggest rehearsal room. I don't know, rehearsal.
So who's that person sitting there?
It's a colleague of mine. His name is Carsten, and he helped me filming it.
So he knows what you're doing. He doesn't think you're crazy.
Yeah. We were the only 2 persons in this room.
Der Zug hat ad. Okay, I'm party spy.
I think these are 4 to 5 meters, and we want to show with this demo that you can not only view or have a look at small objects like on your desktop or table, but it's like you can also have very big objects like machines for the industry or whole trains that is working on the HoloLens, and that it's quite performant, and you can do interesting stuff with it.
How much is that HoloLens?
How much does it cost? I think there should be a price drop since the new one is announced, but before it was, I think, $3,000.
Oy vey, $3,000.
Yeah, it's for developers and companies, so I think it's not much. If you want to have something like this in your company for production or assembly, I think it's not so much. There are things that are way more expensive.
Yeah, I couldn't get my boss to part with $3,000 for life nor money. Are you inside the train now?
Yeah, it's a little bit like full VR when you're inside it. And this is what mixed reality means. Mixed reality is both of AR and VR. VR, you are completely unplugged from the outer world, and AR is just interacting a little bit, and mixed reality is, well, something between it.
Well, you can still see out the windows. That's awesome. Can't believe how you did this in such a short amount of time as well.
thanks to my state machine tool,
There
of
you
course.
go. This is a brilliant advertisement for the state machine tool.
Yeah, of course.
And that's a great way to lead into the next part of this live dev interview with Max from Manaspark Studios, where we talk about the One Logic Statemachine that he used to make these amazing mixed reality demos. So if you do like these videos, don't forget, click on that big juicy red subscribe button down below. And very shortly, I'll be uploading the next part in this fantastic live dev interview. And if you would like to see more of these live dev interviews, then don't worry, Season 3 has started over on Twitch, which they do eventually get uploaded to YouTube. But if you want to watch them live, pop over to allthews.twitch.tv/themessycoder, where every Saturday you can catch me live on stream, interviewing fantastic game dev and asset devs from about 9 o'clock UK time. So if you do like it, click it. Till next time. If you want to see more of my crazy videos, click on the left side of your screen now, and down below there's that big juicy subscribe button, and right next to it is the magic bell that if you click it, it will tell you if I've got a new video coming out. Till next time.